Welcome to our lesson on evaluating expressions. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to interpret and evaluate algebraic expressions and that model real-world situations. All right, the first thing we have are a few vocabulary words that we want to make sure we understand. So an expression is a mathematical phrase that contains operations, numbers, and or variables. All right, so it has numerical expressions like numbers or algebraic expressions, which includes the letters like x, y, so on and so forth. We are given an algebraic expression, which is 2x squared minus 16x plus 32. Now there are a few different things in this. There are terms and there are coefficients. So the first, our terms are 2x squared, negative 16x, and then our constant term, which just means that it's the number that is by itself without a coefficient, or without a variable, is a constant term, which is 32. The coefficients are the numbers that go in front of the variables, like 2 and negative 16. All right, so if you recall, while we're interpreting expressions, we need to remember the order of operations. The order of operations we know is PEMDAS. Okay, so in this case, the first set that we fixed was that we simplified the parentheses. So this 7 minus 4 became 3. The next set, if you look from here down to here, is that we solved the exponent or power. So 5 squared became 25. All right, then in our PEMDAS, we have parentheses exponents, multiplying and dividing. In this case, we do have a multiplication problem. So negative 6 times 3 is negative 18. And then last but not least, we add and subtract from left to right. Okay, this same idea can be applied when we are evaluating our algebraic expressions. In this case, instead of just solving, we're going to need to plug in some information into our algebraic expression in order to solve. So for example, we have 7a minus 5b plus 4. So we have 7. Now, when we have a coefficient and a variable next to each other, it means that we are multiplying. So 7 times a would be a equals 2. So 7 times 2 minus 5 times b. In this case, b is 3 plus 4. Then I'm just going to solve. So I'm going to multiply first. So 7 times 2 is 14. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. And then plus 4. Then I'm going to add and subtract from left to right. So I'm going to go 14 minus 15, which is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. And that would be our answer. All right, I'm going to let you guys handle these other 3 if you would like to have extra practice, but I think you guys understand the concept. All right, now we can take this same idea and we can apply it to real-world expressions, or in this case, word problems. So it says, when evaluating an expression that represents a real-world situation, you should pay attention to the units of measure attached to the parts of the expression. For example, if P people go to a restaurant and agree to split the $50 cost of meal equally, then the units in the numerator of the expression 50 over P are people. The units in the denominator is people, whereas dollars per person is the units. Okay, and the units for the value of the expression are dollars. Okay, All right, that's all I have for you in this video. Please make sure that you understand the different vocabulary words and how to solve. Thanks.